Uh, you know what? I have friends who are not from this country, and by friends I mean people I'm acquainted with by a certain degree. But I've never really thought about Nigerians or Ghanaians or people from outside. I don't know, foreigners. Let me use the term foreigners in this case. I've never seen foreigners as a problem. You know what I mean? I've seen them as people who are just doing their own thing. And yes, it's at the cost of some people's livelihoods, like your licenses and stuff, IDs. Some people, they struggle with their IDs because now some foreign nationals come in here illegally and then use their license, their what is this ID? Sorry, their IDs to make themselves a new identity using someone else's ID, who's just an innocent South African living his own life. And now suddenly he just doesn't identify as himself because some foreigner decided it's a good idea to just invade in his life, basically, right? So I've always seen that as more of a government problem. It's you can't really do much if somebody takes your ID. I think it's something that usually the government would have to handle for you. But man, really, what I'm now seeing the DA as a solution. The more I look at these scenarios, the more I go like, you know what? With DA, we already know the devil we're dealing with. But with ANC, these devils just keep increasing. The problems just keep getting bigger, and there's no line. There's no where do we draw the line? And it seems to just be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And what am I talking about when I'm saying this? I'm saying I've always known about a foreign national problem. What I've never knew about is, oh my God, what is this place's name? It's a horrible, horrible bar now, whereby I don't know whether it's because these guys stole phones or whether these guys, the rumor on online is that these guys couldn't settle the bill. And as such, at Zanzou bar, these people keep getting brutalized. Brutalized over an unsettled bill. What happened to calling the police? What happened to just telling these people to call someone who's going to settle the bill for them? Why do you have to inject or force them to do these horrible things in front of a camera? My goodness, these people have families, man. They have children. They have parents. They have lives to get back to. Do they not have employment? Maybe they don't, but this is not a good look for anyone to go back to. And this is somebody who clearly has zero disregard for any other human being whatsoever. Sadly, this is now the reason why I have to come back to the internet. I left because the stuff online was making me clinically, mentally unwell. But I realized you have to pick a struggle, and I chose mine. And this is just unacceptable. This is purely purely unacceptable. And if I heard that there were now being xenophobic attacks as the ones that have been rumored to be happening, I would feel this is justifiable. I know it's wrong for me to say that, which you can feel free at liberty to talk about in the comment section. But this is worth that now. Mabahambe. What is this now? Do we go to their country and do this thing? No, we don't. If we were to ever do this, there would be a trending video online now about how some South African person had their head removed. I know these guys do these kinds of things. You do this in their country, they will have your head removed. Believe me. But yeah, here it's a nice country, man. You can just come here and just waterboat people. My God, that's military painful kind of things, man. You put a cloth over someone's head and you drown them in water. You take a bucket and you drown, and it's because they're black. It's because they're black, this thing. There's no way these people would do this to to an Arab person, to a white person. It's because they're black. Yes, those guys are wrong. Uyapi when you don't have money. I understand it. But this can't be the consequence for that. So you're telling me just because I drove my car without having petrol, somebody must come and burn it now. Somebody must just come and be like, "Ooh, look at you on the street driving without petrol, eh? Let's burn this car of yours." As such, you should never even have a car whatsoever. It's overkill. This is wrong. This is wrong, and this shows me how much of a disorganized country we are. We can't even organize ourselves against one wrong thing and say, "Hey guys, listen, I agree we have problems with this and this. Oh no, don't worry. White people, we're coming to you. Don't worry, we're coming. It's just that this one, I feel it's a bit more severe. No. Don't worry, we're coming about you and those land expropriation things. We're still there. This is just more painful for me to look at. It's severe. It's barbaric. I don't see anybody who could go back home and have their child look at them in the eye after seeing this. How do you look at your child after they see this? How does your child look at you after seeing you with a bottle doing this on the online against your will? Let's just say some person there was innocent if it's about settling the bill. Let's say this person went like, "Hey man, listen, I'm short. I didn't notice that I came here with money that is unable to fulfill what I was eating here. I'm short. Is there any other way I can settle the bill?" This is how we settle the bill? No way. This is not how we settle a bill. I know that. This is because they're black, and just because they're black, they're being hated and they're being discriminated, and therefore another person cannot give another person a chance, and therefore they have to do this to them. You know, there used to be a time when there were robbers, when a person was like stealing a car or something, and then they would do this to them so that they never do that again. That one, I feel, is justifiable because you were blatantly stealing a car. You were in the middle of a crime. And they wouldn't do this to you. Maybe they would make you guys get naked and like kiss each other or something like that. Which I feel towards like 15 years in jail or something. Or maybe you pulling a strap on somebody and maybe, you know what I mean, hurting an innocent civilian just for having a car. I feel that's justifiable. This is brutal. This is wrong, guys. This is wrong. And if I feel like DA would have stopped problems like these from happening. I usually disagree a lot with this lady, citizen concerned. No, not like disagree. I actually agree with a lot of her sentiments, mostly. Most of her sentiments, I agree with them. I just disagree with how she usually just turns a blind eye on white people. You know what I mean? It's like the problems she's addressing are usually just black people. And I'm okay with that. I'm just wishing her at a time like this when black people are the victims, she would actually say something. Yes, she did say something when it's what was that huge thing? Nigerians. She said something. She made me aware of how dangerous Nigerians are. But this is huge, and I hope everyone talks about it. I hope somebody does something. I hope somebody does something before some innocent civilian just goes, "Well then, I am going to go somewhere and start arson or something." And when it's like that, it's just people taking the law into their own hands. That becomes the norm. Just like how they took the law into their own hands like this. I don't want that to now be the norm. Somebody has to say something because this is wrong. Anyways, like and subscribe and get the message out there. Just check out more cool stuff on my page because Jesus, I don't like talking about this kind of stuff, man. Anyways, shout out. Until next time. Peace.
Brilliant, BB! Somebody order a knuckle sandwich?